when we tore this thing down to put the valve in it, Brandon went and vapor blasted the cylinders, got them all clean, vapor blasted the head, and he ordered a new valve. It's stainless, so he's going to put all new stainless valves in there. It's got a nice little finish to it. So it's undercut, and so I'm in the process of lapping these valves in, or this valve in, while we wait on the other ones. I put valve ground compound on the valve seat and just work it in, and that matches the valve up with the seat. And you can see by the dull part there where it's got it matched up pretty good. So we'll clean this up and we'll pop the valve in. Alright, Brandon's compressing the rings as he's pushing light pressure on the cylinders. So they'll go in there. There you go. Just like that.
Now we start putting parts back on.
Alright, so we got, whenever you lap a valve in, you want to make sure you get all the lapping compound out of there, because it's abrasive, and that's what laps them. So you want to make sure it doesn't do it after, because that stuff will wash off and get in your cylinder and be abrasive on your cylinder. So we got that ready. I like to put just a little bit of Vaseline on my valve stems. Just a little bit of lube on there to get it until the oil gets onto the cylinder, onto the valve guide good. And then we got valve stem seals, which we'll just push on the top of the valve guides. And push the valve through the seals like that. So you put both the valve springs on there. Pop that in the retainer in there. screws in there. What that little screwdriver there you had right here? And it never fails, it's never in the center. So we got the rest of these new valves in. I've got them all lapped in, installed. I waited on this last one to show you. Got it all pretty and lapped in. Nice even pattern on the valve. It's an undercut valve, stainless steel. So they're all matching, and everything looks good. We got the cylinders vapor blasted, and they're all cleaned up nice and pretty. New head gasket on it, and all back together there. So we're gonna get this valve put back in here. We're gonna be ready to put the head on, set the cam timing, and get it all straightened out and ready to go back on the bike. So that's where we're at right now. All right, it's right here. All right, so you got it on. All right, so we had to put this little piece of PVC on here to get the spring compressor past this part of the head here. But if you can see in there, the spring is compressed pretty good. We'll have to get us some Vaseline on the keeper. Stick it down in there and hook it on the valve. Let's see. Ready to release the valve. Alright, so we got all the keepers in, back on, all the new valves in and look good. So this head's all cleaned up and ready to go back on. So we're gonna get it on, get the cam back in, get the cam timed up, and do final assembly, and get this motor back in. Got a zip tie on the cam chain to hold it up so it doesn't fall down in the motor. Alright, so I got the zip tie fed through. The chain's crossed up. There it goes. Alright. Alright. I'll have to. Our sleeves are on the wrong cylinder. Alright, so you're going to pull it back off, right? Yep. This thing's got dowel pins in it, and the dowel pins. Oops.
That won't go anywhere.
There's a dowel pin here and a dowel pin here, and we had two of the dowel pins on the same hole, and that won't work. So we're having to switch holes on the dowel pins. So back to square one. And there we go. So the dowel pins go through the top on those holes.
That's it. Time for the cam.
Alright, so we got to get the top dead center compression stroke and set the cam timing on this thing. And there's bearings go in either end to support the cam.